Great day, it's Amanda, and I wanted to come to you on the topic, and that topic is step out in faith. Hashtag prayer and purpose. Now, I want to encourage that one on here who may be holding back. What are you holding back from? The Bible tells us, cast not away your confidence, for it has a great recompense of reward. And a lot of times in life, like if we're not careful, we will tend to hold back from those visions, from those dreams, from those aspirations that the Lord is calling us to. Let me encourage you, my friend, my brother, and my sister. Write out the vision and make it plain, as it states in Habakkuk 2. I'm here to let you know that if you don't step out in faith, then, rarely will you accomplish those things that God is calling you to. He says that faith without works is dead. As long as the earth remains, there'll be seed time and harvest. I don't know if somebody has told you you'll never amount to anything, or try to discourage you in a detrimental manner. A lot of times when people, have been discouraged themselves, then they repeat that pattern, and it's unhealthy. It's not balanced. A false balance is an abomination. I'm here to let you know that you can step out in faith. The word tells us, without faith it's impossible to please God. He that comes to God must believe that he is, and that he's a rewarder of them who diligently seek him. I'm here to let you know, my friend, you are at the point where it's time to step out in faith. There is safety in a multitude of counselors. Do not forsake the assembly of yourselves with other believers. Go out, fellowship with some folks that believe, who are radical about God. I'm here to let you know that one could put 1,000 to flight, two could put 10,000 to flight. Step out in faith and see what God can do in your life. And again, this message is not for everybody, but it's for somebody. Stop letting dream killers and naysayers destroy what God has planned for your life. Be careful what you allow to enter into your eye gate, and what you release out of your mouth gate. What you allow your thoughts to meditate on. For as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Learn how to step out in faith. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. And don't get into the trap of trying to execute your own wrath, because then you'll have your reward, and God will remove his hand from that situation. Understand that the Lord executes righteousness and judgment for all that are oppressed. He's not a man that he should lie. The eye of the Lord is in every place, beholding the good and the evil. He can see the good that you're doing. He can see, the spitefulness and the vindictiveness of your enemies. Not to try to compare it, but learn to walk in the spirit of love. Go into your prayer closet and shut the door, and understand that God is not mocked. I'm here to let you know, my friend, that when you step out on faith, oh my gosh, when you speak to the mountain and tell it to move, it must obey you. Call those things that be not as though they were. Understand that you do in fact have what you say. So reflect upon, what are you thinking about? What are you lending your ear to? You can boldly, forcefully oppose things that do not line up with what God has promised you. It does not mean you're being contentious or full of strife. What it means is that you're living life on purpose. Live life on purpose. And one of the ways that you can live life on purpose is learning how to step out on faith and say, you know what? I am who God says I am. I can do what God says I can do. I have what God says that I have. I'm telling you, my friend, life is about to change for the better, because once you meditate on the things that God is calling you to, you can manifest it in your life, and that's really, really exciting. Given it shall be given unto you, Luke 6. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, shall men give unto your bosom. With the same measure that you give, it shall be measured back to you again. Don't look at your financial situation. Be indiscriminate when it comes to the things of God. Learn how to say, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. I don't care who this hasn't happened to on the earth realm. I don't care who this hasn't worked for. I'm going to step out on faith. I'm going to rightly divide the word of truth. I'm going to seize the promises of God for my life, for my children, for my family, for my loved ones, because all it takes is one. I'm here to let you know, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, understand that God is looking for our faith. Angels, hearken to the voice of God's word. Step out on faith and stop being so full of doubt. Feed your faith and starve those things that strip you of the promises of God. Well, until next time, my friend, shalom. Understand that it's possible for you. Why? Because with God all things are possible to them who believe. Shalom.